Hey guys, welcome back to Content Consumer, and today we're going to be looking at Volume 2 of Dr. Stone. So to go ahead and just give you guys a good start of here's what the front cover looks like. Go ahead and take a look at the side and the back as we continue our series. I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to volume 2. I went on vacation, and so now that I'm back, we're going to be going back to looking through these issues some more. So if you missed volume 1, I want you to go ahead and go back and watch volume 1 because it gives you a whole loadout of what everything is going on with this world and everything that we're doing in Dr. Stone. Get a look at the main characters and things, especially everything leading up to here, because now we're past sort of the spoiler alert things and everything is free game from here on out. Each volume we talk about is going to be sort of spoiler, is not spoiler free. We're going to be talking all the way through it, cover to cover, and we're going to kind of just see, is it continuing to be the way we thought volume 1 was? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? What are we looking at here? So, volume 2 kicks back right where it left off like normal. They've reached the hot springs. Senku and his crew have finally reached the hot springs, and they're getting everything they need to make gunpowder. However, they are thwarted by, as I forget names already, Tsukasa. He stops them. And one of the interesting parts is this whole volume, for the most part, is more or less, once you hit a certain section here, you pretty much hit a flashback scene. You hit a lot of flashbacks. So you actually get through a good portion of it, and then you go through flashbacks. So I think it's really, really well done. Once again, you go through the part where Tsukasa and Senku are fighting, and then you hit the part where it seems like Tsukasa kills Senku, and you go through the flashback of seeing Senku's kind of childhood growing up, his interest in science, how the three main characters that you see so far have, started to, like, how they became friends and how they got to know one another really well. So that's a really cool part. You see Taiju tries to help in one form or another, but refuses. He is more defensive than anything. Yuzuriya, I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name or how it is actually written down. I'm just going to double check here. Yep, Yuzuriya. And it goes through, and you eventually get to the part where he is trying to figure everything out and how he's trying to get his friends revived, all the way leading up until the point where it clicks in their minds on how to revive Senku. So that's the really cool part, is right at the very end you see the revival properties of the stone of which they can come out of, and that is one of the big interesting parts about this, where the stone didn't just appear out of nowhere. It also has healing properties once it's used in a certain location. And so Senku, as you can see, in a very intelligent way, kept subliminally telling them that if he were to have his neck broken, he still has pieces of stone in his neck that could potentially revive that section with cells. And that's pretty much what happened. And so they grabbed everything they needed, and of course he says, "You're Dr. Stone," and that is one of the really cool parts. It's tying in what the name was, kind of thing, and just finding out that there are more people as we see the surprise character in the end, who Senku tries to help at the end there, and come to find out she is a native. To which means humans, over the entire time that they have been in stone, humans somehow have still been roaming the earth. To what extent, we don't know. How long, we don't know. All we know is that they're still humans. They're slightly different, but they're still there. Humanity didn't die. They didn't all get turned to stone, which begs the question, who didn't get turned to stone? Why didn't they get turned to stone? And what does this mean for our main characters moving forward? So, what did I think of Volume 2? I think Volume 2 is a wonderful next step in the series. As we saw with Volume 1 did a really great job introducing the characters and getting us established with who we're going to be seeing. Volume 2 does a great job of getting us to fall in love with Senku. Senku is definitely now solidified as the main person that we will be following throughout this series, and I think Volume 2 does a great job of solidifying that. It helps us gain the appreciation for how much Senku appreciates science and why he is as good with science as he is. There's more to it, but that's in later volumes. I think, and this is just me speaking for myself, that sometimes these volumes for manga, they can feel short because in reality it doesn't cover a lot of progressive story, but it covers a lot of background. In an anime, this would be a few episodes, and it's all background stuff. And I know some people aren't as big of fans of that, and some people are. It just depends on who you are as a person. To me, this feels like this would have been a great volume one. If this and two, if one and this one were together, I think that would have been awesome. If this would have been just one large volume to start out, but that's just me. All in all, it fits perfectly with how normal manga volume progressions go. It's starting out this new beginning arc quite well. I do know this first arc is quite a few volumes. I know I'm used to comic books, like I'm a big Walking Dead fan. As you can see, I have the compendiums over here. Uh, Arcs don't last that long for the most part, but comics do sometimes cover more ground. They do some things differently. Manga and comic books, they work differently just because of region and authors, and the context behind them are all different. So with this one, I think it's still doing a great job. It's still very much a nice classic manga. I can see how this blew up. I can see how this manga suddenly became super, super popular. A lot of people were really liking the idea when it first came out, and now it's growing. It's doing a lot. I know Volume 13 is right around the corner if it's not already out by the time you watch this. I think it's super good. I'm still enjoying the manga as I'm reading it. So this has been Volume 2. If you guys want to see Volume 3 and more volumes coming up, please hit that like and share button. Let other people see my thoughts and opinions on it, and give your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I like to try and go through them and comment with you guys as well. If you guys want to see other things, like I said, I've only been doing Dr. Stone, and I've not done the Walking Dead ones. I have done my Soul Eater Special Edition Volume 1. I am hoping to pre-order the second one soon. That way I can bring that to you as soon as that issue arrives here. So if you want to see more Dr. Stone, if you want to see more manga, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That way we can start fighting the YouTube algorithm and start being able to do more of these. I am excited to be back on here once again, and I'm excited for you guys to see what's to come. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.